Hey guys, I've decided to do a room tour, and the main reason I'm doing it is because, some of my friends said, why don't you do a room tour? And I never saw the need of it. I mean, you've got the action corner, what more do you need? But due to some events that have happened currently, I figured now's definitely the time to do it. What are those events? Well, you'll find out on February 1st. There's a video that's going to come out that'll explain everything. But yeah, for now, hope you enjoy my ramblings and my, I guess you could call it, organized chaos room. So let's get started. So to start off the room tour, we start at the bedroom door. Gloriously white, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. Let me see if I can flip the camera. There we go. So we'll start going counterclockwise of the room. So first up near the door is my whiteboard, where I put basically anything that comes to my head. If I can't write it down on paper, I'll probably write it down on there, or before I write it down on paper, I'll probably write it down on there. Also, a few months ago, my sisters were staying over and they put a little something over there. So, continuing on, this, one thing you'll greatly see is I mostly get everybody's trash. It's either they can't use it anymore, they don't want it, they don't have space for it, or it was literally in the trash in some cases. But this was my neighbor's, and her husband kept complaining that it wasn't working, but it was just because there was an HDMI cable that was missing a pin. And she kept telling him that, but he said, no, I'll just buy the new one. So I got the PlayStation 3 as a graduation gift. My movie rack, some of which, obviously my favorites are some of my favorites are on the top shelf. Jimmy Neutron, Star Wars Episode 2. This was the one that I talked about in my Draw My Life video that got me into making movies in the first place. The second DVD, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park. We used to have Lost World, but it disappeared when we moved, so we only got the two. And all the rest here, I'll give you a quick glance. Lego Star Wars, of course. Galaxy's Edge map, etc., etc. My trash can, which I probably should throw out. Hole puncher, and my light box that I use when I'm drawing or specifically when I'm animating. A reminder of the worst senior year of my life, not because it was 2020, but because the school sucked. Then, moving on, we have the TV screen. Hello. Below the TV screen, we got, my high school diploma, my Huion drawing tablet, and my list of online movies. Now, don't worry, I didn't illegally download them. I bought them all. They're all safe. I'm an early 2000s kid, so I listened to those PSAs. And of course, we have my watch, which I probably should be wearing right now, my Tomorrowland pin. This was a gift. I did media for a whole month for a Pioneer School, and during the last class they gave me this little X-Wing, so I put it up there. A Polaroid, again, one of my friends didn't have any space, so she just gave it to me. Still haven't bought film for this. I should probably use that. Pencil sharpener, tape measure, TWA Disneyland Moonliner, made myself. And then my work desk, which was, again, another friend of mine, but she was moving and she didn't have any space for it, and she knew I'd take care of it, so she gave it to me. Closes, everything. But this is basically where I mostly work. I put my phone here, typically, when I'm working on the computer, because it fits nice and snug right there. My literal notebook, anything I learn or want to write down, I write down there. My fountain pen, some extra things just for there. In this drawer, I have my USBs and markers, random shelves occasionally. This one's my office supplies, got my glue gun, my X-Acto knife, everything in there. My Who Was books, and this is one of the newest editions. Jackie Robinson baseball card. One of my friends had an extra, so he went, here, take this. I went, okay, thanks. And it fits very nicely in there. Then random souvenir drawer and receipts, etc. My glasses that I only wear when I'm out and not in. I don't really need them, to be honest. Then of course, my computer. This is a laptop. stand, by the way. Got my keyboard, got my pencil that I use regularly, pencils I should say, but I mostly use this one because I'm trying to save this one. This is the last one. Vlogception. My webcam that I don't use anymore because I got a phone, so why not? Now the computer itself, let me see if I can move. This is my dad's chair, by the way. He gave it to me because he got a new one. My computer, this, again, like I said before, was given to me because, again, the same friend that gave me the baseball card, his son called me up and he said, "Hey Ben, you want a keyboard?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then he comes over with this whole thing, a couple extra keyboards, a couple other monitor parts. Basically what had happened was one of his neighbors got in a fight with his girlfriend, and when he left, his girlfriend came out and threw his entire gaming setup out. So since it was all in the trash, he brought it over. The only thing it was missing was the power supply, graphics card, and a hard drive. So we got those, put them in, works perfectly. Love that computer. This was also, my drawing table was also a graduation gift. Normally it's clear, but I'm working on some things, so I got my notebooks out here. But yeah, normally I either animate on here, obviously I draw on here, I make plans, I cut things here, I do a lot of things here. It's fun. Then I got cardstock, paper, random scrap paper from papers that I printed on before. Underneath it's a mess, I apologize. You got extra notebooks there, some sketch pads, your highlighters, mechanical pencils, everything else there. That'll clipboard. Continuing on, this little thing here was originally from my old desk, the one that the laptop desk is replacing, but yeah, I still keep it because I put things on it. As you can see, I got my double hole punch, got my homemade Pentakistoscope. These are some typewriter reels, which, speaking of which, my typewriter's right here. This is a 1969 Webster XL 747. I'm not sure if it's, sometimes they say 1970, but from what it says on mine, it's 1969, so I'll go with 69. Then my old webcam, that's broken, a paper shredder, and the window, which, not much of a view, but pretty nice. Continuing on, I got an amp over here. Whoa, we gotta wait for this color to adjust. I got an amp here, a couple binders, project binders as I call them. This duffel bag, which I will be using shortly. A bunch of extra paper there, and of course, the guitar that the amp plugs into, which I'm trying to learn how to play, but the only thing is it's missing one of the strings here, so I haven't fully been able to learn. And again, my friend didn't have any space for it, so they gave it to me, saying, "Hey, you want to learn how to play guitar?" I went, "Yeah." And this is my baseball bat. And by baseball bat, I mean it's a shovel. It's a shovel handle that got broken off, but it's the right size for me, right thickness. The balls fly with this sucker. So I make my own toys. Sue me. Mirror. Hello again. Over here, this is, by the way, yes, Krispy Kreme. This is R2B1U. I made a TikTok with him. Favorite little droid. Another graduation gift. Love this little guy. Still play with him. Then a pufferfish. Another friend gave me because she didn't want it stabbing her in her face in case she got in a car crash. Puppets. More books. My first baseball. First real baseball, I should say. Got plenty of use out of it. Even though it's only been like 3 weeks. It already looks like this, scuffed up and everything. I clean it as much as I can. My graduation duck. Nothing else, just graduation duck. Love that little guy. My my Murderers Row Yankees cap. You probably, I made a whole video on that when I bought it. Over here is Woody, who is currently taking a nap. My laptop bag. My bed, which again, you've probably seen in the lazy bed making video. My safety patrol cap from when I was a safety patrol, obviously, and the bag. We got this when we went to the AAA sponsored trip to Universal Orlando. We only got to go to Islands of Adventure, not Universal Studios, but we still had fun. By the way, over here, this is an extra monitor that I use when I do the Jim Henson style when I'm doing puppets. And that over there, you know how some kids have a comfort blanket or a comfort bear or something like that? I had a ball. So yeah, I'm not gonna defend myself. And then up here we have my gray fedora. Yeah, I can't talk. Fedora. I bought it so that when it gets cold, you know, I have something to wear on my head. But yeah, it's Florida, so maybe 2 days of the cold, and then I go back to baseball cap. So yeah, all in all. And of course, let me give you a taste of what it's like when I wake up. It's literally just look at the clock, check the time, and either go back to sleep and get up. But this clock was from New York. This is my parents' clock before we moved. Then when we moved down here, you know, they gave it to me a few years ago. Lexi, which I will not be saying her name because the last thing I need for her to do is turn on. This is what I call my shirt pile. It's basically a pile of shirts that if I've worn it at least once, I put it here so that if we have to leave right away, I can just pick up a shirt, put on my deodorant, and head out the door. So it makes it easier. Over here, ice cream machine, one of my many hobbies. My Studio Creator 2 ring light and tripod. I use this mostly when you have me over there. It's normally at the corner of the desk, pointing my phone at me and shining the ring light at me. A couple project plans, old plastic bat. This glove was given to my dad before I was born so that when I came out we could play catch. Little did they know that I would also be a left-hander, so they gave me a right-handed glove, but I've been using his glove. But that thing is way older than me. And then I'm debating whether or not I should show you the closet because, like I said before, the closet is basically my mom's storage place. She puts everything that she gets in there, and I am realizing I am in the dark. Hold on. There we go. So, why not? Can't do any harm. The closet. That's my old Yankees cap. I've had since I was small. Still fits. Then, oh, speaking of which, board games, a bunch of other stuff, dirty stuff. Then here, this is my graduation garden. My sister got me this when I graduated kindergarten, and when I say graduated, I'm putting it close. But this was during the start of my school life, so kindergarten. So kindergarten was a dog, and high school was a duck. So you could literally say I went from something cute and adorable to something loud and annoying. And I wouldn't doubt that at all. I wouldn't argue with you. That's very true. So, that's the closet. And then this is my old bed. Now, in terms of my old bed, normally my room is the guest room when people come over because we only got a 2-bedroom. So before I used to sleep on the couch, but the couch we got now isn't the best for sleeping for. It's real thin, and even though I myself am a stick, I can't really sit on it, so we put this outside when it's time to go to sleep. But it's what's behind it that's the important thing. One second. And that's my bookshelf. So, flip! So, down there you got, you know, I call it my bags, meeting bags, bunch of books. Over here is, I call it a little pop figure stormtrooper that I was given. Over here, the Boba Fett keychain, and then some old Disney World passes. They don't use them anymore. I haven't gotten any new passes now because we haven't been in a while. Or should I say, had to use them for a while. This, though it looks like a Wendy's cup, because it is a Wendy's cup, is actually my director's megaphone. I just cut a hole in the top and I've used that for that. My clapboard, even though it's not clapboard, so I guess you call it scene board. My how call it National Geographic almanacs, dictionary, bunch of stuff. Sunny D. Then this is the shelf of my most viewed books. But this used to be on my dad's desk. I stole it from him. Not really. Don't tell him. My Build Your Own Lightsaber from Downtown Disney, even though now it's called Disney Springs. Sue me, I still call it Downtown Disney. This, I believe I got when I was either 4 or 5. And, of course, Thomas has had a little wear, but he's still chugging. Love Thomas the Tank Engine, even though I'm 21 years old. And then this is my Coca-Cola bottle collection. I have Pepsi, but it's in the closet. It's in one of the corners because really not enough space up here. But in case you're wondering, yes, I am a Pepsi guy. I like Coke. Don't get me wrong. I like both of them. I like both of them equally, but I like Pepsi more because that's what I was mostly growing up with. My dad's a Coke guy. My mom's a Pepsi girl. So both. I'm both. But again, this is the newest one that I got from when we went to Hollywood Studios last month. Then of course, more books. All these came from the Phineas and Ferb magazine. That's Jimmy Neutron and Phineas and Ferb, my 2 favorite shows. And then we got a couple more books. This over here is Action Comics #1, which I take out to show you, but yeah, the friction's keeping it in there, so it has to stay there. I am though looking for Detective Comics #27 reprints only, by the way, because they're cheaper and more available. So I maybe also Marvel Comics #1 and Fantastic Four #1. And the reason why is because I always read comics online, but you know, I like to hold them, and I always get them in the bag too. That's the only difficult part. Not because I'm gonna resell them or anything, but because it protects it in case, you know, water or anything gets on. Found this book, finally. Stan Lee's biography. A bunch of other stuff. And this is my focus. It's not focusing. Hang on. Okay, it's not gonna focus, so I'll just tell you. This is my Sacred Patrol Captain's Stick that I got when, again, I was in Sacred Patrol. So yeah, you know, by the way, I have way more books in the closet, but these are all the ones that can fit here. And then, of course, to close out, we have my hamper, or the dirty clothes. These Uno cards, by the way, were the closest thing to baseball cards I had growing up. Got a bunch of them, real fun. More books, drill, my yardstick, and then this used to be my old bat. So it's pine. This is a pine stick, 34 inches, very skinny. It's, well, should I say, 34 inches long, 3/4 of an inch thick. Serves me well. I'm still gonna keep it though. Still works. But yeah, I say that's pretty much it. Hey guys, it's post-edit wife beater Ben. While editing this, I realized that I didn't make an outro, so I'm making an outro. I'm using the webcam that's on the screen. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed the room tour. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.